say good day, good evening, or good afternoon, whatever time you're watching this show. I want to welcome you to Messages from Within. This is a show for you, from my higher self, from God, from my angels, from Christ, from all my master teachers, from everyone that I've been working with and for the last 40 years. And we want to bring this show out to the world so you can benefit from it. We want to bring you several shows to teach you that God is within you. It's not in a building, it's not on a mountaintop. God is within you. Christ came here over 2,000 years ago to tell you this story. Tell you the story of you. He said, I have come that ye have life and have it more abundantly. And he was talking about why he came to earth, why he came to give his life for you. You have this wonderful place inside of your consciousness, inside of your body, and it's referred to as the third eye back here in the middle of the forehead. And when you close your eyes and you go within, and you go into your heart chakra, and you feel the presence, the peace within your heart chakra, and then you feel yourself moving up to your third eye, to the middle of your forehead, and you feel that presence there. That's called connecting to your God self, to your third eye. You will see the Egyptian symbol many times of the one eye. That's referring to the eye of God, to the I am, to what the power is within you. You have this presence within you, and when you tap into this presence, you're tapping into your soul. Now, we talk about your soul all the time, but nobody can see your soul. And your soul has no color. Your body has a different color, but your soul has no color. It's pure, clear light. This is the presence that I want you to find within you. Every one of you out there. It doesn't matter how you were raised. It doesn't matter what religion you were raised in, or whether you were raised in a house that had no religion. You have this presence inside of you, and this presence is God. And it's called the Christ consciousness. And you don't have to be a Christian to believe in the Christ consciousness. It means connecting to your God self within you. You have this beautiful presence inside of you. And when you get very comfortable, if you happen to have a crystal or a stone in your hand, that's fine. It works as a conductor. They put them in televisions and watches. It doesn't matter. I hold them to conduct energy, but you don't need that. You can just close your eyes, go into your heart space, fill that space with love, feel that space going up through your chest, all the way through your throat, up through your third eye, and feel that presence behind your forehead as you close your eyes and you breathe in this peace that you have within you. And as you breathe in this peace, you can affirm, my body is the temple of the living God. Every breath I take is a sacred breath of the Creator. The Creator and I are one. You have this magical place within you. And it means it's your spirit, it's your God, it's your soul. We're all one. We're all spirit. Jesus said these words long before I did. And I'm repeating his words. Mother, brother, sister, we're all one and the same. We're all spirit. Paul said, man, know yourself, ye are gods. You walk around in your human form and you forget that you have this very, very special place inside of your body. And this is the presence of peace. It's the presence of love. It's the presence of healing. It's the presence of unlimitedness. When you connect to this soul within you, you have the universe at your fingertips. You have this beautiful, beautiful space inside of you. And it belongs to you, and it belongs to God. This is when you can connect with your angels, your master teachers. You didn't come to earth alone. That little wee voice inside your head that you feel every once in a while, that something tells you not to do something or to do something. If you feel pulled in a certain way, those are your angels or your master teachers talking to you, trying to help you. You didn't come here alone. Why did you come to earth? I've often asked that when I was a little girl, why am I here? You come with a purpose. You come to find this place again within. The wonderful part about coming to Earth, even though it's a challenging place to be, this is a planet of choice. Every second you have a choice. You either can choose love and light, or you can choose the opposite of love and light, which is the minus column of love and light. The more you connect to the love and light, the more connected you are to your God soul. The less you're connected to your God soul, the more angry you become, the more frustrated you become. You start feeling bad inside, and you feel awful, and you don't want to be here anymore. It's because you've stepped away from this space inside of your body, this beautiful soul, this God self inside of you. So I recommend that every day that you close your eyes, take a gentle deep breath in through your nose, exhale through your mouth, and close your eyes, and feel yourself going up behind your forehead. Connect with that third eye inside of your head, and connect with that God self, and know that you and God are one. Feel that presence. You know, in the Bible, most of my students, in fact all of my students, they don't read the Bible. I said, well, did you see the movie? And even the movie doesn't tell you. The Bible is a wonderful place if you like a treasury hunt. In the very first page, it talks about the Garden of Eden, and it talks about the daughters of man cohabiting with the sons of God. It has all these little blurbs in there, and I'm going to channel through what Mother, Father, God channeled through for me to tell me, to explain to you how you got here. What is your purpose on this planet? I'll go back to the beginning of time when we had two planets that became too materialistic, and they are now black holes, and they destroyed themselves, and the souls from those two planets that were destroyed came to the Garden of Eden, and that was Mother Earth. That was our Earth here. And it was just a time when people would stop by this planet and participate in the vegetation here. Sometimes the vegetation got out of hand, so what they call themselves the gods stopped and thought, okay, they started adding animals to the planet, and unfortunately added dinosaurs, thinking that they could reach some of the top of the vegetation and partake of it, so they wouldn't have to chop their way or beam their way into the garden to partake in the vegetation. This was a planet that grew wonderful produce, apples, oranges, everything. There was nothing that was limited on this planet from all the other planets. It was an interplanetary garden that people would stop by, the gods would stop by and partake in the garden. Well, it got out of hand, and what happened when these two planets exploded for misuse of their powers, the souls got split, and they came to Earth, and they started inhabiting some of the lower creatures on this planet, many of them in the forms of monkeys and even reptiles. And there's stories out that will elaborate a little bit more on what I'm giving you. I'm just giving you an overview. So the gods, which were the higher presence from other galaxies and angelic forms, decided to do something for these souls that were stuck down here in these lower physical forms. So they came to Earth, and they decided to bring consciousness, bring the consciousness back up to the light, back into a higher form. So they did a lot of manipulation of DNA and helping the souls out of these lower form bodies. And there are texts and books out that will talk to you about that. If you read the first page of the Bible, it says the daughters of man cohabited with the sons of God, and said, go and procreate and do not spill thy seed upon thy soil. What that meant was they wanted to bring all the higher forms that were in lower forms of bodies and bring them into a Homo sapien body, bring them up to a higher presence. So consequently, that information got lost, and without information lost, people got confused and said, why are we here on this planet? What are we doing here? What is our purpose here? Why are we here? And we're here just simply to find that space inside of us, that God center, our soul, and your soul is God. Your soul is not a religion. It's not an ethnic group. It's not a color of your skin. It's the presence of God. And everyone has that soul inside of them. Whether they're connected to that God self or whether they're disconnected, they are the soul of God. And if you start accepting everybody as the God soul walking on this planet, things will start changing. They'll start changing the consciousness of this planet. Well, back to the Bible, back to the Garden of Eden. It was the atom of God, A-T-O-M instead of A-D-A-M. It's a metaphysical parable that's in the book, saying the atom of God and Eve is Mother Nature. So what the gods from other planets and higher dimensions had to come here and bring up the species from lower forms to higher forms so they could find God. And when they were kicked out of the Garden of Eden, when they were told they had to eat of the tree, they were not allowed to eat of the tree of good and evil. The secret word is eat, and nobody hears that word. And when you're kicked out of a garden, that means you're not eating only produce, fresh fruit, seeds, nuts, and grains. You're going to eat something else. And they were told they had dominion over the animals. And it doesn't say anywhere that they should kill the animal and eat it. It says thou shalt not kill. So what the atoms of God, the men and women on this planet started doing, they started changing their diet. And that's when they fell into grace and they started dying sooner. They used to live thousands of years before, in the time of Adam and Methuselah, 900 years if you look in the Bible. It's not a fairy tale. It spoke the truth, but it didn't give you the whole story. So what you have to know is that we got kicked out of the Garden of Eden because they started eating flesh and they started cooking. They started using fire to eat flesh. Now, if every one of us had to go kill an animal to eat it, and think about killing your cat or your dog and eating it, you would never do that. Well, think about the animals we do kill and we do eat. This started the body to degenerate, and it started the lifespan to diminish. So we have very short lifespans because we eat flesh. And it's dead. And I do have another show called Cooking Consciously by Nancy Griffin, and I recommend that you, if you're interested in becoming a healthy vegetarian, is check that out on YouTube and see if it'll help you find a way to become a vegetarian. There's so many wonderful vegetarian substitutes for meats and all different foods. And if you eat organic, you're eating pure. So what I'd like you to know is that you are the child of God on this planet. Your soul is God. You have this beautiful, beautiful presence inside of you. And I want you to find it. I want you to go within and find this presence. I want you to sit back and close your eyes, take a gentle deep breath, and go in to that space inside your heart. Feel that presence. Breathe it in. Feel it expanding in your chest, all the way across your chest. Now feel it seeping all the way up through your throat. Feel the presence of God in your throat. Now feel it going all the way up to your forehead, your third eye. Feel that presence there. You might even feel a pulsation around that third eye. Breathe in that light. And if you're looking up through your third eye, with your eyes closed, some of you will see colors. Some of you will get visions. Some of you will feel peace. Some of you will feel connected to the whole universe. When you are in the presence of your God self, and you are in the presence of your soul, you are in this unlimited peace, this divine, universal, unconditional love. It is the love that the master teachers, when they come to this planet, bring with them. It is, if you remember the story, if you were lucky enough to hear the story about the woman having an issue of blood and following in a crowd just to touch Jesus' hem of his robe, she would be healed. And he turned around and said, "Who touched me?" She drained some of the healing energy that he had in his mind. And why could he do that for her? Because he had this complete presence of God within him. He was totally awake, totally in his presence, and fulfilled with the light and the love of God. He had this with him every step of the way. He knew why he was here. The mistranslation in the Bible, he did not say, "Oh my God, why hast thou forsaken me?" They discovered that when, remember, back in the 50s, they discovered, about 1950, he said, "This is the reason I came," and then he left his body. And why did he go to the cross? Why did he do this? Because all of the people in the Jewish synagogue, excuse me, were sacrificing animals. This is why he's called the Lamb of God. They would take a lamb or a goat and they would kill it and put it on the altar of the temple. And he became the Lamb of God. And he came back to show us that there was no death, that life was eternal. Because everybody thought once you die, you're dead, you don't exist. Now, the Oriental consciousness, they know that life repeats itself and you keep growing and expanding and becoming more and more godlike. And this is your this is your choice, and this is your planet of choice. You have this opportunity to become more godlike, but you can't do it on your own. You can't run around trying to be a good person and not fill your vessel with the presence of God within you. And the only way you can do that is to find a meditational music that you love. Find somebody that plays these wonderful pieces of music. I happen to listen to a wonderful station, Pandora, when I'm meditating, or I have my CDs collection that I play, and I close my eyes and I go within, and I go into my altered space, and I go in this is called the kingdom of heaven within you. You have it out there. Everyone has this. I've had the opportunity to teaching my grandchildren to go within and pray. All my grandsons know how to do this when they were little. They automatically closed their eyes and they were there. You can do this. Your children can do this. You can find this magical place within